Housemates.
Yes, big mama.
Housemates.
Yes,
Hello,
big
Big
mama.
Mama.
Housemates.
Yes,
Welcome,
Big
Grace. Winner for last year's perfect match.
Oh, okay.
Round of applause.
Good afternoon. So,
I brought these for you guys.
thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, my love.
Hey, calm down. Calm down.
Grace,
Hi, Big Mama.
welcome to Big Mama's house.
Thank you.
Enjoy your moments.
This house is bringing back some memories. So, yeah. Well, I'm Grace Stephanie Mabnatavia, winner of PM Xtra Season 1. And if you know me quite well, you know that I've had quite an history with TV3, from Date Rush to Perfect Match Extra. So today I'm here to just spend some time with you guys and interact and then answer some of the questions you've been meaning to ask me. So I'm here for you today. Oh, please, you can.
Condensed donuts.
And I have some yogurt in the bag too, so.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Hey, it will fall.
Hey, my brother.
Yeah, my brother. It's time to pour it in.
Hey, bro, push it, yeah. It's been ages.
This is the key to my heart.
Yes.
And I have 5 yogurts here, so each couple is to 1. So.
Should we do this after a while?
No, you can
Yeah,
be having your fun whilst we interact.
I'll be back.
Donuts. My baby go chop am.
Yep.
This doesn't
Bro, this one you go fit, the yogurt you go fit take juice and make shower.
So you should think about my whiskey.
Actually, the cocktail board need to, bro, the cocktail board want to do some mixtures alongside with the book.
Okay, so I think I would like to start. First and foremost, I would like to talk about life before PM Xtra, and then I think life after PM Xtra as well. Then we'll just move on from there like that. So, I mean, before PM Xtra, I was such a big introvert, okay, and maybe selectively extrovert. It depends. It's either. I'm sorry, guys. So as I was saying, before PM Xtra, I was, you know, an introvert. I would always keep things to myself. I wasn't outspoken. I wasn't confident in myself as a person because, I mean, we all have insecurities, and then I think that back then my insecurities used to have the better of me. But I think after PM Xtra, I have learned to be more confident in me as a person, and then also learned that as a woman, I have to be a woman of my own and then a woman on my own. I do not have to live life based on a man. When I say living my life based on a man, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, there are some of us that our world literally revolves around our partners. whatever our partners want to achieve in life, we deem it necessary to also want to achieve the same thing for ourselves. But after PM Extra, I have realized that for me to become complete and for me to achieve my goals as a person, I need to be a woman of my own and then on my own. So, I'm sorry, but and before PM Extra, I wasn't this comfortable in life. I mean, I wouldn't say that I've made it in life, but I would say that I'm okay. And I'm okay not because I have the means to be okay, but I'm okay because I have people, and I mean my fans, who make it a point that I'm okay in life. Whatever I need, when I have to go somewhere, I want to get something, they always want to make sure that life is comfortable for me. And they always want to make sure life is comfortable for me because they love me as a person, and for the fact that I have accepted them to be a part of me. I see them as my family. And like, if you know me, you know when you come for any Galino, I would come for you. So my fans are people that I do not joke with when it comes to them, trust me. I do not joke with them because I believe that as a person and as a brand, if I see myself reaching here in the next 5 years, I would need these people. So no matter how little or big they are, each step of the way, I would need them to be wherever that I want to be. So, and I would like to use this medium to advise each and every one of you. When you leave this place, everything is going to change. Everything is going to be different. I've been there. I'm still there. So I feel that I know better. I don't know it all, but I feel I know better because throughout the entire year, I've learned how to live with them and how to stay with them as a family. Because if there is one thing that I know and I believe, it's not easy, because some of them are very toxic and some of them are good too. So it all depends on you and how you would use them to your advantage. And when I say using them to your advantage, I don't mean it that way, because someone might be watching me and then might be saying, say, like, what does she mean by using them to your advantage? Using them to your advantage in a sense that maybe from here, you guys are going to become brands on your own. You become a brand on your own before you become a brand as a pair. So in terms of either your business, whatever that you're doing, you would need these people to give you free promo. You would need them. Some even go as far as contributing their 1 city. Some of them are even struggling in their personal lives, but they see the need for them to keep contributing whatever way they can to make sure that they push you to wherever level that they want you to be at. So if there is one thing that I can say is that be careful when it comes to these fans. They always have opinions, and like they always say, opinions are like noses. Everyone has got one, so they are going to come. And I know by now, I know for a fact that some are already in your DMs, sending you messages. Your partner is like this, your partner is like that. Leave this person, don't leave this person. Be friends with this person, don't be friends with this person. Trust me, it is not going to help you. When they send you those messages, just read through whatever that you feel that you can take from it and adapt to. Just take it and then adapt. And whatever that you feel it isn't going to work for you, just don't take it. So okay, so I would like to talk about my decision on joining PM Extra. I remember it was one period in my life where it was really tough as a person. Let me just be real. It was really tough on me emotionally, psychologically, financially. It was tough. I remember I was working with my aunt in a spa because I'm a trained esthetician. So I was working with my aunt in a spa when I had a call. I think I had a call from one of the producers, and they were like, oh, there's a new show coming. They would like me to be on. And I was like, nah. When I cast my mind back on things that happened during Date Rush, I don't think that I want to be part of this show. And And so that was what I told them. Then my partner that I had on Xtra called me, was like, oh, this. If he wants to be there, it means that I too have to be on the show. Do you understand? So I was like, okay, I'll think about it and then get back to you. And one thing about me, I'm a mommy's girl, you understand? So whatever decision that I have to take, I have to ask her first. I have to ask her for permission for her to understand before I would either give my reply. So I remember I called my mom and I was like, Mom, this, I want to be part of the show. And she was like, no. Everything that happened during Xtra, she doesn't want me to put myself out there again and stuff like that. I remember crying. I remember I called one godmother of mine. So I called Auntie Cynthia. I was like, Auntie Cynthia, can you please talk to Ajia? I want to go. She doesn't want me to go. Please talk to her. Then she called my mom, and then I don't know what they spoke about, but then when she spoke to my mom agreed, and then she called me. It was on a Sunday when she called me, and she was like, okay, Auntie Cynthia has spoken to her, and she understands I should just go. And even though my mom told me that I could go, there are certain circumstances that, transpired during that period that I was like, you know what, I wasn't just going for the show. But I remember my Auntie Bernice was like, you know what, Grace, I think you should go for this thing, because at that particular point in my life, I just didn't want to go. But if there is one thing that I remember doing truthfully and honestly, was me praying. Because I remember my prayer topic during that period of time was the fact that if God wants me to go, I want him to use this show to make my destiny helpers locate me, because I was at a point in my life where I really needed that help. So I remember I did a 1 week fasting. Yeah, I remember I did 1 week fasting, and there was this particular verse in Psalm that I was using to pray throughout that particular weekend, and I just told God that, let your will be done. So we started the show, and I don't know how many of you watched, but a lot happened. A lot happened because I lost my partner, the pair that I came on the show with, and then I had to get paired with someone else, and it was really tough. It was tough on my part because we already knew each other, because we were all on Xtra, so it was really tough. Sometimes when you meet someone, you feel like this person isn't really my type. So when you get paired with them, you're like, if it could work, it would have worked years back. So I felt like it wasn't going to work. But if there is one thing that I've learned, is that love can happen to you or come to you at any point in time. Trust me. I just decided to give him my all, and then we had our differences. Things happen. I mean, every normal relationship has its own ups and downs, but if there is one thing that I would attest to, the fact that we really, really loved each other, and whatever that we had was really beautiful. And yeah, whatever we still have is still beautiful.
Awesome. That was beautiful.
Okay, so I would want to talk about the lessons I've learned in love and then friendship as well. Please, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and then ask me. If there is anything that I've learned in love, is the fact that communication and comprehension is very key. Sometimes you can be communicating something to your partner, but they don't really get what you're trying to say. So communicating and being able to explain to them in the way or the manner that they would understand you is very, very, very important. Because if there is one thing that I can remember between me and my partner, there were times that, some fans are really toxic. Like, let me just not lie about that. And if you're not careful, they will break you. They will break you, and they'll break you and whatever you're trying to build here with your partner. Like, don't even joke about it. I'm serious. Because it happened to me, and watching you guys, whatever that you have going on here is so beautiful that I wouldn't want you to come out for a fan or some fans to just break you guys apart just like that. So you would have to be very careful. I'm serious on that one, because some fans are problematic and toxic. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. So So just be careful when you live here. Just be careful. I remember a few days back I went live and I was like, you know what? I want to meet you guys and tell you guys that when you come out, you see all these fans, all these people rallying behind you, soliciting for votes for you. They don't really matter. They don't matter. They are, whether they're your family or not, they don't really matter. You and this person you are in this house competing with is what matters. You guys are a pair, so when you get out of this house, you should always think as a pair. When you want to make certain decisions, you have to consider your pair, because everyone and whatever they want to achieve after this show, some still want to continue the journey on being reality couples, because if you are being honest with yourself, social media can make you rich or poor depending on how you use it to your advantage. And if there is one thing that I know, is that being a couple here in Ghana really sells. It really, really does sell. People love it. So however that you and your partner can come up, with ideas or whatever, don't come out and tell your partner that you're not a social media person. If you know you are not, tell your partner now, so that when you go out, and it wouldn't be like a big deal to them, because they already knew that you are not a social media person. So please.
Question.
And one thing also, in as much as fans can be very toxic, please don't disrespect them. Don't joke with them, because it can either make you or break you. Don't even joke with them. Oh. They can be a handful sometimes. They can be so hard to deal with. They can be impossible. And some of them can be, how do I even put it? A minute. It will get to a point that your relationship, they'll feel like they need to have a say in your relationship. Like, you guys should do this. You guys don't do this. No. That decision should be solely from you and your partner. Don't listen to what they have to say. Do not listen to what they have to say. Do what the both of you feel that is going to help you. Don't listen to them, because when you listen to them, it is going to go against you. And one thing that I've learned, my experience, there were certain issues that happened between me and my partner. And some fans were like, they shouldn't be together. These fans were like, they shouldn't be together. But at the end of the day, I realized that they will be in their houses. Some of them have their partners. Their partners sometimes even do worse than whatever that they feel your partner is doing to you. But they are still with their partners. When you are sad, you are down, you have no one to talk to, they wouldn't always be there to talk to you. It is that partner that you are here with. He is the one, or she is the one that you can pick a phone and call and be like, oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and whatever advices that he or she has, they'll just give it to you. But if you follow these fans and then break whatever bond you have with this person, tell me, who is going to be there to comfort you or give you the advice that you feel you need? They wouldn't be there. They'll be in their homes. They'll either be talking with their partners or continue with their daily lives. Meanwhile, they've destroyed something beautiful that you could have had with your partner. Do you understand me? So do not listen to them. Do what you feel is going to help you. Don't listen to them. Because if there's one thing that I've come to realize, that when you listen to people, it's going to break you. It is really going to break you. So, and with the lessons in friendship, I felt that I just had one friend when I came on the show. We weren't really friends, but she used to have my contact. She used to watch my WhatsApp status and stuff like that. And maybe sometimes once in a while, when it's your birthday, she just come to your DM and wish you a happy birthday. But being on the show again, I met her here, and we've become, the best of friends. When something is bothering me, I pick a phone. At first, I wouldn't do that. If there is one thing about me, I wouldn't want anyone to know what I'm going through. I'm always trying to keep things to myself. I just don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to tell anybody whatever that I'm going through, because I feel like when you know whatever that I'm going through, you can use it against me. So I usually don't want anyone to know what I'm going through. I can be going through shit and then I'm all by myself. No one knows. I can be dying and no one, my mom wouldn't even know that Grace is dying because I wouldn't let her know. But if there is one thing that I have learned in terms of being friends with this particular person is that sometimes it is okay to share. You cannot always share everything, but the ones that you feel you can share, it is always okay to share. And learn to say sorry to your friends. Sometimes, BB, I'm sure you guys know BB. We always have issues, you understand, because I'm not a confrontational person. When you do something to me, I wouldn't confront you. I'll just leave you to your whatever. You just deal with yourself. Let karma deal with you. But if there is one thing that I've learned from being friends with her is the fact that when you do something wrong, she'll always come to you, be like, Abena, you did this and I didn't like it. I was like, oh really? Then I'm sorry. So if there is one thing that I've learned is to share and to always say sorry. I mean, you always have to treat your friendship like you treat your partner. Whatever that, when you're in a relationship with someone, you would want them to do for you or you want to do to them, just treat your friendship as such and it's going to go a long way.
Can I ask a question?
And with that being said, let's not forget the fact that everyone, sometimes people will pose as being friends, but they are not actually friends. So you have to be mindful and careful of what you share with people that you claim are your friends. It's not everything that you have to tell this particular person that you see as a friend. There are certain things you have to keep it to yourself. You don't have to share with anybody. Be friends. Be friends. Tell them the ones that you feel it's okay to share, just share it with them. Because if there is one thing that I also know, when you share everything with these people that you claim they are your friends, they are later on going to use against you. So you really have to be careful. I know it's a dicey one, but you are intelligent, you are smart, you are old enough, you know what is good for you. Just know what to share and what not to share. And you're good to go. Okay.
I have two questions.
Okay, sure.
The first one is, what if you being confrontational, like being a confrontational person, is just to not make people misunderstand you, or to, in case there is something going on, you feel like confronting the issue now is the best way to prevent it from escalating in the future. But what if it is taken wrong? People take you being confrontational to a situation whereby you want to prevent it from being something else later, they take it wrong or they misunderstand you for it. And the second one is, after the show,
Can I answer the first one? Then we'll
Okay.
move to the second one. Okay, so if there's one thing I know about being confrontational, it all has to do mostly with the tone and in the manner in which you confront whoever that you feel you need to confront. And sometimes tone is what sets the difference, whether you are being a nagging person or you are being confrontational, or you are just being problematic. Let's just say that darling just stepped on my toes and I want to confront her because she didn't say sorry. Oh, darling, you stepped on my toe, you didn't say sorry. Oh, really? I'm sorry. But let's just say that I go to her and I'm like, why did you step on my toe? Why didn't you say sorry? Do you understand? The tone is what set the difference. So there are so many ways to be a confrontational person and without being problematic, or being confrontational and problematic. It all depends on the tone or the manner in which you say it. And like I always say, always learn to say sorry. Sometimes you are not even at fault, but for peace sake, you just say sorry. Or sometimes for peace sake, you just shut it. You just don't say it. That's it. I hope I've been able to answer your question. So let's just say if you're having an issue with me, or maybe I might have done something to you, you can just come to me. Oh, Grace, you did this. I didn't like it. Oh, Hermes, really, I'm sorry. Are we good?
But then, Mr. Grace, there are times whereby, you know, like when you're confrontational, right? Maybe you had maybe you had something, and then it's like, so then when it hits you at that very moment, you want to go to the person and be like, what did you say? Do you understand? There are there are times whereby you confront something and then your tone may be down. But then there are times whereby when you're just saying it, someone is probably, to you, I feel like my tone is down. I'm talking because this is me talking as this way. If I want to actually confront you in a way whereby it would be a little bit disrespectful, my tone may be up. And then they might project it as a different way. Do you understand? So now let me go back to my other question. Or the people that you came into this house with, and when you left, is it all of them that you are friends with, or do you think that there are some relationships whereby if they don't work in the house, then automatically it would not work outside, so you should not even try?
Is it friendship-wise or relationship?
Friendship-wise.
Friendship-wise. Okay, so Hermes. One thing about me, I'm a blunt person. I'll say it as it is. I don't care how that makes you feel. But if I don't see you as a friend, you'll never be a friend. I'm sorry. Friendship isn't it's not a force for me to be friends with people just because that I have known you for years or you have my number or anything. You can just be an acquaintance. You don't necessarily have to be a friend. Do you understand? So one thing about me, I do not like problems. I do not like problems. And I feel sometimes having too many friends can be very problematic because one friend will say this, the other friend will say that, and then it keeps going. I always want to avoid such dramas, so I barely have friends. Off camera, on camera, I barely have friends. I can count my friends. I think my friends are not even more than 5. Seriously. And these friends that I'm saying are not even more than 5. Some are my big cousins. So they are not really friends. They are family who have become friends. So if there is one thing that I can say is that it's not necessarily a force to become friends with someone just because you met them in this house. And just watch people from afar. When someone wants to be close to you, you would know. If I feel like I want to get close to you and you give me this kind of energy or vibe like you don't want to get close to me, I wouldn't get close. Because I do not want issues. Me personally, I do not want issues. I don't want a situation whereby friend A will say friend B said this. Now I have to go and ask friend B. No. Growing up, I've never had issues with friends because I don't want friends and I do not like friends. I would rather prefer to be by myself. If I have issues or that I'm going through something, I'd rather call my mom and be like, Ajia, I'm going through this. Whatever advice she feels she can give me, she just gives me. But with friendship, you just have to be careful. Everyone doesn't necessarily have to be your friend. Please, if you have 1 or 2, it's okay. And with the former housemates, I think I was a bit close to Ruth because she and her, we go way back. We go way back in the sense that she's a nurse. And one thing about me, I do not joke with my health. So each time I feel like there's something wrong with me, I'll pick my phone, I'll text Ruth, I'll be like, Ruth, I woke up and I have this here. What does it mean? She'll be like, oh, maybe it's nothing. Or my period is delaying, this, that. And so that was the kind of vibe that Ruth and I had. And so after the show, I think the relationship between she and myself have become better. And she's someone that now I can call as a friend. So besides her and then BB, I don't have any friends. Seriously, that's it. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Great. I think you asked me another one. Okay.
Okay, last one.
Okay, sure.
So one of our Friday nights, you were here with your ex-partner, and it was beautiful to see. And that was the first time I found out that you guys are not together. How are you, in the case whereby the relationship ends, okay, how are you still able to stay in touch as in, like you've been together for, let's say, a number of years or been through certain things, how are you able to like put that aside and say that, okay, now we are friends without maybe mixing anything?
Um, well, the relationship between me and my partner, it's a bit complicated. Do you understand? It has nothing to do with love. Trust me. If there is one thing that I can say is that he really, really does, and I also feel the same. But things happen sometimes, and I believe for a fact that we both made some mistakes because we didn't know how to handle some of the fans better, and you know it found its way into our relationship. And for now, we've both realized our mistakes, and we are willing to work towards making or becoming better partners for each other. So that's all I can say.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So, like I was saying, if you wouldn't want what happened to me to happen to you, you just have to be careful with some of these fans because they can be very toxic. They can be very toxic, I'm telling you. If you're not careful, see, they'll even break you before you even leave this house and get to your various homes. They would have already ended your relationship and some friendships. Trust me. You know what is best for you. So just do you. Listen to your partner, like I said earlier on. If you want to make any decision, I think that you need to ask your partner to whatever that they also want to achieve. Then you work hand in hand because let's just say after the show, I still want to keep making relationship content. I can't go and use someone's partner. You understand? It's going to raise eyebrows. You definitely have to use your partner. So when it comes to decisions like that, you have to consult your partner and know whatever that they also want to bring on board, and then you work together. And don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Because if you are not careful, it is going to go against you too. Do you understand? And like I was saying, know how to use the fans to your advantage. Be respectful to them. Be kind. Be tolerant. Be humble. And from what I know and from what my fans have done for me, that is a little advice I can give you. And I know that when you do these things, they're always going to come through for you. Do you understand? Because after a year, you have a lot of things to do. You need these people. Do you understand? You need them. Either by cheering you on, posting you, doing whatever that they have to, defending you and whatever. So you need them. Do you understand? But in as much as you need them, you have to be very careful on what you take from them and what you do not take from them.
I have a question.
Come on. Please, do you have any more questions for me? Okay.
Okay, so I know for a fact that in some of these shows, like when you're here, there are some things that might happen or transpire that could affect you and your career as a person. And some of these things you don't know until you get out there or you go back to your homes, right? So I want to ask you that after leaving the house, how are you probably handling some of these things? Let me say, how do you clear your name? Something like that. Like, how do you deal with them?
If I remember my time during our season, there were lots of controversies going on around me and my first pair, which was Jatu. That our relationship was fake, blah, 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 blah. So in a way, I knew it was going to go against me. I actually didn't see myself winning the show. Do you understand? Because I knew I had a setback that people will always want to relate to. Oh, she faked it with this guy, so definitely she's faking it with this guy too. But that wasn't how it is. You know, sometimes, I'm sure some of you came here with game plan A. But you get into the house and you realize that you cannot stick to game plan A. You just have to let things flow naturally. Do you understand? So in as much people will always come for you. They always come for me. They will come for you, your family, whoever that is related to you. They will come for you. But that is when these fans, that's when their relevance comes in, because when people are trolling you, when you live here, you're a brand on your own. There are certain mistakes that I did that I regret, but it's okay. We all make some mistakes sometimes. I realize that sometimes there is no need for you to even pick a phone, go on live, reply this person. Wait. No, see, it's not. Let the fans do the job for you. That is why they are your fans. Do you understand? Because if there is one thing I know about my people, Gralinos, see, morning, afternoon, evening, dawn. If you come for their fave, they'll come for you. Do you understand? So, and I believe that our character and our personality also count. The fans, sometimes you might even think you know yourself, but these fans can see through you and they know you more than you even know yourself. So when someone comes, maybe the person is saying that, oh, let's say Emmy's going to take someone's 1 CD. And this fan knows that she would never do that. They will definitely be the one to come on live and then rallying behind you and saying that, oh, whatever this person is saying is not true. But in as much as it's fans, you always have to stay true to yourself. Just stay true to yourself, so that when your fans are defending you, they will not look stupid. Because when they defend you and they later on find out that whatever they are saying about you is true, they will look stupid and dumb. And next time when someone comes for you, they wouldn't be able to come out to defend you. They'll just be quiet like that and let people trash you left, right, center. So just stay true to yourself. And we all make mistakes. We've all done something in the past that we are not proud of. But who cares? Even the Almighty forgives. So who are we mere mortals not to forgive others for whatever mistake that they might have done in the past? So just be you. Stay true to yourself and be honest, because some of these fans, I think every fan base, they have their leaders. Do you understand? So sometimes the leader will come. For me personally, my people, someone can call me, Queen, we are hearing this, we are hearing that. Outreach, I'm like, from where? Please, it's not true. Then she will relay the information to the rest. Queen said this, Queen said that. And if they have to fight for you, they would fight for you. So some of the fans, they will always be in your life. That's one thing you have to know. They will always be in your life. And when it's true, you have to, when any info they come to ask you, whether it's true or false, let them know the truth. Yeah. Tell them the truth. If it's true, don't tell them it's false, because you make them look stupid. And when you make them look stupid, to get to a time that they wouldn't come through for you the way you'd expect them to come through for you. It is hard to sometimes admit when you know that you're at fault, but please, always admit when you're at fault, so that they will always fight for you genuinely. Because when you leave this house, it doesn't end here. When you leave this house, that's when the real battle starts. The fans will be bantering words with each other, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So when you keep lying to them, and then the other person will go and find out the truth, and it makes them look stupid, it will get to a time that they'll keep fighting for you, and you lose your relevance. Do you understand? So you always have to stay true to the leaders of the various fans bases that will come to you. So when, let's say, you and Miss, they call you that, oh, maybe your fans, the leader will just call you, oh, maybe, Miss, we just heard this, how true is it? Just tell them the truth. He or she will know how they will relay the information to the others, and then they will take it from there. And if they have to come out to defend you, they will defend you. You don't have to pick your phone to come on live to defend you. No. Let them do the dirty job. That is their job. As your fans, that is their job. So
Okay, let's go defend.
I hope I've answered your question.
Okay, let's go secret.
Okay.
Should I say you're celebrating now, in the sense that maybe before coming into the house, people did not actually know who Grace is, but now you have maybe 44,000 people in Ghana, or maybe outside then, now knowing who Grace is. Let's leave the fans aside. How are you going about life itself without the fans? Because then sorry to say, there are people that may not have had statuses outside, that may not have had families to like help them, or to like, you know, like to culture them in certain things. So coming outside the house now, how do you go about it to maintain the platform that PM Extra has given to you on your own before even relying on the outside world?
Well, I'm still jotting down my goals, as you know. There are lots of things that I personally, as a person, that I want to accomplish. As at now, I'm working towards something, and I don't want to put it out there. That's one thing about me. I want it to happen, and then when you see it, you just see it. But we're still going strong. That's all I can say. Life after PM Extra is great. I wouldn't lie to you about that. It's great. And I believe it is great for me because of how I've handled my fans. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
And like I always say, you have to back whatever that you want to do or are doing with prayer. Trust me. Prayer, it is very, very, very important. When you are praying, just ask God for grace.
Yes.
G-R-A-C. I know I'm grace. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the grace of God. When you pray, just ask for grace, for favor,
Favor.
and for mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Do you know, let me tell you one thing. You know, when I was in, I think, junior high school, I used to hate my name Grace. Because people are like, this is a name for old ladies. So I really didn't like the name Grace.
Great.
But now, trust me, I would want to name my kids Grace. Because the grace of God, I am the testament. When they say the grace of God, hey, because, hey, you wouldn't understand. But I know one day when you get to where I am, you would understand. Because I'm a person that, I did not come from a rich home. No, I don't have rich uncles, rich aunties, rich whatever. No. Whatever that I am today, it is because of strangers. And I believe that all these strangers have come into my life to help me because of that one prayer that I prayed. So don't joke with your prayers. And let me just go on and talk about opportunities after PM Extra. For me, I feel as a person or as a brand, before I would work with any brand, I would want to make sure that they align with my personal goals as a person. If it doesn't align with my personal goals, trust me, I don't care how much money you want to give me. I wouldn't. Seriously, I wouldn't. That's the honest truth. It's not like sometimes brands do not come to you. We always have brands coming to me. That is, it depends on you on how your credibility, how much you feel your credibility costs to you. Because for me, you wouldn't just give me any product and then I would like to introduce to the public. When in a way I feel like me myself wouldn't use this particular product. So brands will always come, but make sure that whatever brand you decide to work with, you know, it aligns with your goals as a person. And like I always say, TV3, I'll always thank TV3 for every opportunity they've always given me. And that people are always assuming stuff. Oh, they are like, oh, she has shares at TV3. Why is it that always TV3 is coming through for her? TV3 is posting it and stuff like that. If I'm going to be very honest here, I think one thing that has made TV3 become fond of me as a person is the fact that I'm always giving them the credits they deserve. I'm always being respectful. I'm always being humble. I can be sick. They can call me, Grace, we need you to come and do this. I have to be here. No matter how tired I am, exhausted, angry, pissed, I always have to make sure that when they call me, I answer. And if there is one thing that I've realized about TV3, when you are humble, they will push you. And one thing about me, I don't care about how little an opportunity is. It might look little to you, but me, I'll always grab it. I don't remember any time where TV3 will call me and I'll say, I'm tired. No. Even if I'm tired, I have to be present. So if you want to go far with TV3, and I know what they are capable of doing, if there is any opportunity, they know that, oh, when we give this opportunity to MS, she can make good use of it, they are going to call you. But me, they always blast me. Yeah. And one thing they'll tell me is, Grace, you are stubborn. I'm stubborn, but when they talk, I listen. When I want to do something and either Auntie Pefi will call me, Grace, like, I'll not even argue with her. I'll be like, Auntie Pefi, I'm sorry. Whether I'm wrong or right, I would always say I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how big or little your position is at Media General. When anyone here calls me that I have done this, I will always say sorry. Me, I would always say sorry. Sometimes I'll say sorry on phone and then I'll come here again. If I have to kneel down, me, Grace, I'm telling you people, in front of people are watching. Sometimes I kneel. I will kneel and say I'm sorry. Because I know for a fact that I am what I am or I am where I am because of these same people. So I always have to acknowledge them and then do whatever that it has to be done. So if you want to go far, appreciate them, be humble, say sorry. Even if you are not sorry, just say sorry. Trust me, if you are proud, they'll drop you. That's one thing I know about
Be
TV3.
humble.
If you feel you can do it without them, they will drop you. An opportunity will come and they'll go and give it to someone else when they know that you could have done the job better. So. Oh, the opportunity is there. Plenty. Me, plenty. Plenty opportunities. If I remember, after the show, I think they actually wanted to have a whole show for me and my partner. Do you understand? But, certain things happened. And moving forward, I think currently we are doing something called On The Go with Grace. It's running on social media for now, and I'm the one hosting. So one thing I know about TV3, even if you do not know how to do the job, as long as you are humble, respectful, they would always create an opportunity for you to make sure that wherever that you want to reach, you'd reach there. So please, all these people that come here to talk to you, please just be tolerant, okay? Be tolerant and be humble. No matter where you reach in life, be appreciative of these people, okay? And you'd go far. On that note, please, let's clap for TV3, okay? They are doing well. They are actually doing well. Because I believe for a fact that 3 years from now, you see PM Xtra is going to be the biggest reality show in Ghana, in Africa, and the world at large. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's a big opportunity for the youths out there. Do you understand? If I know we all came here, no one can tell me for a fact that they just came here to look for love. It's not just about looking for love. It's the love and the opportunities that come with being on the show. So once you are here, market yourself well, whatever that you do. I remember my time. I remember teaching some of my housemates how to do some of the things that I know how to do, like styling your wig, doing makeup. So if you are here and you're a makeup artist and you came here with some of your things, catch one housemate, glam them up, talk about what you do, you're a model, do something, like whatever that you do, just do it, because you don't know who is watching. People are watching, and opportunity can come from anywhere. So make good use of any opportunity that TV3 gives you. Just do the content surrounding whatever that you do. A videographer, you just do something, because who knows, maybe after this show they might just employ you. So yeah. Okay.
What advice would you give to PM Xtra Season 2 winner?
The question again?
What advice would you give to the next upcoming PM Xtra Season 2 winner?
Like I always say, just stay true to yourself. If you are hot, let people know you are hot. If you are warm, let people know you are warm. Don't be like this and then after the show you are like that. No, you're going to lose your fans so fast. Just stay true to yourself so that the people watching you can love you for who or whatever that you are. Don't try to be something that you know for a fact that you're not, just because you want to please the fans. Do you understand? Just be you, so that the people watching, because if there is one thing that I remember, when I was on the show, I was me. How I was chewing, that's how I chew. When I'm drinking Coke, I pour water. When I'm home, there are no cameras on me. I pour water in my Coke. So when I was here, because that's how I am. So you have to be true to yourself, so that the people watching you can love you for who and what you are. And speaking from experience, if you stay true to yourself, you're going to go far. Yeah.
Can I also ask a question? Aside the winners and everything, like, see, we came here with people, and then some of them like dropped before us.
Can you speak up a little?
We came here with people, and some of them, should I say, fell off or were evicted. Sorry. Do they also benefit from? TV3 or PM Xtra?
With this particular question, I think it all depends on how you carry yourself as an individual. If you're proud and arrogant and you get evicted, you think if there's an opportunity, they would give it to you? No. They would always give it to the one who is always respecting their platform. And one thing about TV3 is they can punish you. It's their platform. Do you know any media house that is bigger than TV3 in Ghana? I doubt. TV3 comes first. So if you are disrespecting their platform, going on live, saying anything, sometimes you just have to learn to shut it. We all have things that we can say, but sometimes you have to shut it because of an opportunity that can come from these people. Do you understand? Yeah. There are certain things that sometimes you don't say. Some after the show, they go out and then things that you're not supposed to let people know, they would let people know. Even some of these new housemates that have been evicted, I've been citing a couple of them, their lives, and to be honest, I just get so disappointed because I feel like sometimes you need to shut it. Shut it. It's not everything you say. Do you understand? It's not everything you say. Just keep it to yourself. Because there is one thing about me. I remember during our time, sometimes my people from my batch, you see some of them coming on live, talking ill about TV3, saying stuff that they are not supposed to say and stuff. I always come live to banter whatever that they are saying. Me, if I have to drag myself in the mud to defend TV3, I'm always doing that. And I feel in a way that they appreciate whatever that I do. That is why when certain opportunities come, they would call me that Grace, there's this opportunity, come in and do it. Do you understand? So if they evict you or you go out from this place and you're talking down on them, anyone that works here, you're talking to them anyhow, insulting producers, being rude, why they need to be rude? These people are working their ass off, trust me. Sometimes they don't even sleep. Sometimes I come around most of the time, but you don't even see me, and they are really trying for you guys. They don't sleep. They do not sleep because of you guys. So if they are doing all this for you and then they evict you and then you go on live and then you talk anyhow, tell me, do you want to be where you are? You want to go far? So if you want to go far, like I was saying, you just have to be tolerant, humble, be appreciative. Even if you are tired and they call you, come. I'm telling you, if you take this, if you heed this advice, it's going to help you. Sometimes you are tired, but they call you, come. Come and let them see that you are tired. I'm still not well because I fell, so I had to go and get some stitches. And then the day that I came for your pool party, I was actually not well. If you could see the way I was walking, I was actually limping because I had wounds all over. But when they called me, I had to come. Do you understand? I had to come because the kind of relationship I even have with the manager, when she calls me, sometimes someone might be provoking me online and I want to go online and attack this person, she'll come and be like, Grace, no. See, sometimes you might be heated and you want to go online and attack this person. But just because she has called you, you just have to let your guard down and then just let it go. So, and in as much as, see me, they've been blasting me. Oh, see, they're always blasting me, and I know they'll continue to blast me. I don't care. As long as they are blasting me to be on the right path, let them continue blasting me. Do you understand? Because I can say for a fact that the opportunities TV3 has given me, they haven't given any of their, winners or whatever, the opportunities they've given. I know what I'm talking about. Do you understand? And it all depends on the fact that I'm always humble. They are always advising me. They are always reprimanding me. See, they're reprimanding there. Everyone knows. Even the people that are working here that you don't want to respect, they can call me and reprimand me and be like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll just apologize because I need them. I haven't gotten to wherever that I want to be. And so I know for a fact that if I want to get there, I have to be humble. Do you understand? Okay.
I'm a confrontational person.
Okay.
There are times whereby I take pride in it, and then there are times whereby I don't take pride in it. There are times whereby I accept that maybe my tone may prevent the other person to actually hear, to understand, than to respond. And then there are times whereby I feel like I actually do my best. But then I've heard certain advices whereby people say that just ignore, or just leave that person. Don't mind the person, or don't entertain what the person is doing, or just be smart. Look at what the person is doing from another angle. And to me, I'm taking that advice, but also for somebody that has been like this for the 25 years that I've been here, I want you to, how would I go about, not when I say 25 years of me, I'm not saying like alive, okay?
Like you've been a confrontational person all your life.
Yes, my whole life from childhood.
So you can't just come in and
exactly.
be a different person.
And
yeah.
to me, it's been something whereby my parents taught me. It wasn't to be in a negative way, but to the extent that if somebody says something about you, you just want to defend yourself, because at times whereby if you don't defend it now and then you keep quiet, and all the time something is coming and you're keeping quiet, this is how one news can go and spread from another, and before you see, it is literally everywhere. So me, I like to do it to the person's face. If you come and tell me this person said this, I want to go and ask the person, this person said you said this, what is the truth about it? Do you understand? Because maybe this person may even be lying. But how should I go about it in future, or even in here, that maybe I would lessen it down a little bit? How do I go about it?
Okay, do you know how my mom brought me up? She brought me up in the manner that I remember my mom used to tell me, when you are sitting here and this person says A and they come to ask you, say you weren't there. So that was how I was brought up as a person. So if you watch my season, you'd realize that most of the issues that were happening during my season, I would either be crying or I would either be quiet. It's not like I'm not confident or I cannot defend myself, but I believe in the fact that sometimes it's better not to address certain issues. I wouldn't. Like I told you earlier on, I do not like problems as a person. I don't like problems. So if you and I start to vibe and you are being a little problematic for me, I'll just throw you out the door. I'm sorry. But I don't want problems. So it's going to be hard, because throughout your entire life, you've been taught to be a confrontational person. But if there is one advice I can give you, is that sometimes just ignore. It hurts. It's not going to be easy, but just ignore. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
And just try to find a balance between ignoring and being confrontational. Do you understand? someone like me, I remember when we were in the competition, when I came back home, I realized that one housemate said that I had come to stay for like a month or so in the house and that I didn't have anywhere to stay and stuff like that. That was a big shock and a big surprise because me, a mama's girl, when did I leave home? Like, when did I leave my mother's place to go and stay in someone else's house for a whole month? I came home and I heard it, but, you know, I just decided to ignore. Because I knew for a fact that this person doesn't even know where I stay. You said you come to my house and I come to your house. You don't even know where I stay. But just because they want to create a certain narrative, they would say anything. Some people would say anything just to provoke you. And I'm sure you guys read the rules. And sometimes someone can create a narrative just to bring a side of you that you wouldn't want the world to see. I mean, you barely have 3 weeks to spend this house, so for the next 3 weeks you have to spend this house. Just ignore. It's going to hurt and it's tormenting when you're not used to ignoring issues, but you have to. Like, they even said that there was this one guy, he came to your season and they said that he and I were dating or something like that. I was like, really? Like, people would always want to say anything. It's just like someone trying to decamp you, do you understand? So they would say anything just to make you look a certain kind of way to people. But the people that was why I was saying that you have to stay true to yourself. The people that know you. And you don't even have to come out sometimes to defend yourself. They will do the defending for you because they know you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because the person was saying all those things. And the people who knew me, like the people who even grew up with me said, ooh, Grace came to sleep at someone's house. Me, when I even come to your house and it's late and I called my mom that I'm not getting a ride, she would tell you, even if it's raining, walk in the rain and come home, because she doesn't want a situation whereby you go and sleep in a friend's house because she doesn't like stuff like that. Do you understand? So the people who knew me from childhood, when they heard all this, they're like, no, this girl is lying. Grace, or I borrow someone's stuff, borrow some, oh, come on. That's so cliche. Borrow someone's stuff for what? So people would always say stuff. Do you understand? But sometimes just ignore. Ignore. Me, I'm a very temperamental person. And I knew that if I want to react towards some of the things that housemates were saying during my time, I would do things that I wasn't supposed to. And I would definitely get suspended or something like that. If mama would just take me out of the show, because me, I know myself. I'll just take something used to hit you. So for my own good, I would rather go and sit at my one corner and I'll cry. And that's my therapy. I'll just cry over it and then I'll be okay. So if you feel it's going to help you, either ignore or just calm down or just cry over it. Just cry. It's your tears. Just cry and let it go. Don't go and ask. No, it's make them characterize you in a certain way that you wouldn't want the public to. So just ignore and have fun.
Thank you.
Any more questions, please? Why you guys not eating the donuts?
That's why they are not asking questions. No.
Yeah, I want to see you guys eating.
Hey.
Okay, so apparently people want to eat it after.
Okay, sure, no problem.
We can be eating and asking
When
questions.
you live here, see your, for instance, before you came here, your social media,
Presence.
should I say accounts or Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram and all this other stuff weren't that up there that much. So maybe you knew how to handle it. Imagine living here and the numbers are up there. How do you go about it?
One thing about social media is that you always have to engage your fans. And when you don't engage them, they will lose interest. And see, let me give you a little advice. You see, when you live here, you be at the peak of whatever that you want to build. If you want to be reality couples, you want to continue creating your content, don't come out and then relax. It's going to go against you. Do things to always keep them interested. Do you understand? Do things to always keep them interested. Either once a week you do a couple content. It doesn't necessarily have to always be with your partner. That is where the interest is most at times. When they see you doing things with your partner, it's just nice to them, and then, so when you keep doing stuff like that, once in a while you come live, you interact with them, you do question and tags on your socials, and then that is how I believe that you can grow your account. Because if there is one account that is hard to grow, it is Instagram. It's really, really hard to grow. So you always have to be interactive, and your various fan pages, you have to get people who are fun. Get people who are fun that can handle those accounts better for you, and then one year or the other, I know you grow.
Okay, for example, there's
And let's talk about your looks and appearance after the show. When you live here, you are a brand on your own. How you used to dress, you cannot dress like you want to ask. Okay.
for example, there's
No, you kept quiet.
for example, there's maybe you have 4 social media accounts: Twitter,
Okay.
Instagram.
Yeah.
You can't handle all at once. So do you give some to like maybe someone to handle some for you?
Well, someone like me, I have like 2 PAs. So mostly they help me with, keeping my accounts active and stuff. My Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, my Facebook, and any other accounts, even my fan pages. I've, employed someone who does that for me. So I think it eases my stress because I can't be keeping tabs on all the accounts. I'm not a social media person, but after the show, I had to learn to be more social, coming on live, interacting with my fans and stuff. And that is one way that you can also keep your fans interested in you as a person and as a brand. Because when you just leave them like that, their interest will go to some other place. Do you understand? And one way or the other, you lose them. So when you live here, you can just get somebody to help you, someone you can trust. You can't just give your details to just anybody. I remember there was a time I was going through it, and TV3 just took all my logins. Yes, they just took all my logins. They just changed everything. So for like more than a month, I wasn't just going online. If they come to you, maybe you say, hey, now you want to, no. But when they came, I just surrendered. They said, give us your details. I just gave it to them, and they changed everything. And then when mentally they felt like I was okay, they just gave me my details back, and then I logged in. So. And when you're humble, they'll do the same for you. When they see you're going through it, they'll come and take your account. When they come, don't tell them that, oh, hey, my account. When they come, just surrender. Just give it to them and let them do whatever. They cannot harm you. They cannot kill you. They just want what's best for you. Do you understand? So. Okay, so yeah, we're moving on to looks and appearance after PM Xtra. And I think it has to do with branding. How you used to dress before PM Xtra, you can't dress like that again after PM Xtra. You can't just take anything and just put it on like that. You have to upgrade. It doesn't mean you have to go and break a bank, or you have to go and borrow someone's stuff. No, don't do it. No. Just don't do it. Even if it's just a jeans and a top, there are ways you can style it to make you look plush when maybe you just bought it for 20 cedis. Do you understand? You always have to live the standard. You can't just live here and then wearing whatever that you find. You just have to brand. And if there's one thing that I know, how you dress is how people will address you. If you dress anyhow, they'll address you anyhow. You can't just go to a corporate event and wearing skimpy clothes. Do you understand? They'll tag you in a certain kind of way. And so when you live here, I believe that you need to upgrade. There are certain things you wear that you cannot wear anymore. There are certain places you go that you cannot go anymore. I remember there was this time we had gone somewhere. I think I came for an interview with Bella. So I was on my way and I had to buy something from a pharmacy. I left my shoes in the car, so I was just walking barefooted because where the pharmacy was, and then the moment I entered, the pharmacist saw me. Hey, Grace! I was like, Jesus. So what if I'm here to buy something that I'm not supposed to buy? Do you understand? You go to place and you think people don't recognize you, but they do. I remember we went to Ho and Chalet. It was crazy. It was crazy. I think in February I went on a mini vacation here in Cape Coast, and the moment I got there, so the people were cleaning my room and stuff, and then when they saw me, they're like, I was like, God, so we cannot even hide again. See, when you live here, you can't hide again. Everywhere you go, they will be able to recognize you. So you just don't want to go to a place and then you are just looking anyhow. What if someone want to take a photo with you or something like that? So you always have to look presentable. You have to keep your hair kept. You have to, your teeth, your nails. You understand? You don't need to just wear long nails and stuff like that. It just needs to be neat. Even if you don't have something on or anything, just make sure that they are neat and then they are trimmed nicely. And I believe in doing that, you're going to build your brand. A solid one. Do you understand? Okay.
It's a funny question.
Is it?
It's a very funny question.
Okay.
So I can't blame Bible.
That's a good question.
No, you cannot. No, see, it depends on you and how you want to brand yourself. I think it's a personal decision. If you just want people to see you as just anybody, you can continue doing your normal stuff. Do you understand? But if you want to brand yourself to a certain kind of level, there are certain things that you just have to stop doing.
Wear nose mask.
Do you understand? You can't just wake up and then buy anything by the roadside. Do you understand? You can't just leave here and then go back to picking Trotsky and stuff like that. Hey, you cannot. I'm not against it though, but you see, the thing about branding is that you just don't have to be seen just anywhere. Do you understand? Because do you understand? It's not everywhere that you have to be seen. Do you understand? It's not everywhere that you have to go. Just because this person is doing this, it doesn't mean that you have to be there. Be selective of where you go. Do you understand?
I can't go to
And I remember when TV3 took hold of my account, they just had to archive most of my posts. They're like, why did you post this? Why did you post this? I'm sure when you come out and they feel like you are humble enough for someone that they still want to push, they will do the same to you. They can come there like, go and archive this one, delete it. This thing you post, go and delete it. Grace, why did you post this? Sometimes Auntie Beffy, she doesn't talk plain. And most of you know her, right? Yeah. She'll just go, when I post something, she'll send a screenshot. So you cry, why? I'm like, oh, Auntie Beffy, why? So you, when you post this, you're happy to post this. Delete, my friend, go and delete, my friend, go and delete. They have to go and delete. When she says you have to do you understand? But I know for a fact that they can't do it to every housemate. They are just selective, and that will depend on how you relate with them. If you're humble enough, when they feel like you are someone they still want to groom after the show, they'll definitely come to you and then help groom you. So, yeah.
Also, then that means that they are still coaching, even after
Oh, of course.
they still keep coaching.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not everyone that gets opportunity. Why do you think I'm here today? And why do you think that after a whole year they still give me that relevance and they still want to give me opportunities? It's because that I've built that rapport with them. Do you understand? Like I always say, I'm always humble. I'm not perfect, neither am I a saint. I have my own flaws. Do you understand? And I believe that per my relationship with them, we've come to a point where they know my flaws. Do you understand? And they still want to help me. Do you understand? Because I believe for a fact that they know that I'm humble enough, and they know that when they talk, I always listen. When they talk, I always listen. Do you understand? Sometimes, even my relationship with my partner, when they notice that something is wrong, they can call both of us. Be like, this thing you people are doing, we don't like it. Stop. Do you understand? And it's not everyone that get the opportunities. Like I said, when you humble yourself enough, they would want to coach you throughout your journey. Do you understand? So, yeah. Any more questions, please? You can ask me anything, though. Ask me anything. Anything you want to ask me, ask me.
Talking about brands, let's say that when we live here and then there's a brand that comes for us, is there a case whereby there are times whereby you need to come and ask, in case maybe you don't know if it's appropriate enough to, are we supposed to, let's say, come and ask if it is okay for us to accept this brand or not? Like, is I don't know how to put it, but
I think you have to read through your contract. Do you understand? I think this particular question, it will be best if you refer to your contract. Because me personally, when some brands come to me, I refer them to TV3. Do you understand? Because I don't want to go through all that hassle. So I'll just call somebody and be like, this person reached out. And when they see whatever brand that I stand for, if it doesn't align with whatever brand that comes, they'll just trash it. Do you understand? Yeah. And sometimes it's important to refer them to TV so that people do not take advantage of you. They are in this business, do you understand? So they know better. So when any brand comes to you, you just have to refer them. And it's not, sometimes you don't have to think about the money. Think about your credibility. Do you understand? It's not every brand that will come to you and because you want the money, you just... Sometimes when you don't see some celebs, influencing for brands, don't think that they don't have relevance. So they have relevance. People really do have relevance, but it's not just any brand that you wake up and then you work with. Do you understand? Yeah. And there are some people that they just want to be advertising for people. So people will feel that, they are working, like they are getting there. But, some even go for brands or products just to advertise for free. Just because they want to be tagged as relevant, like they are relevant, but they are not. So it's not every brand that you have to work with.
Somebody came in and said something like that.
Boys will go boutique. Boutique boys.
Your lips are very
And please, in as much as we want to build our brand, don't come out and then live a life that you're not accustomed to. Do you understand? Don't go and live a fake life to please anybody. If you don't have, you don't have. No one can kill you. It doesn't. No. See, that is why I said that it's a personal preference and decision. If I want to be tagged as brand A, I'll not do B things that will make people tag me as brand B. You can buy your cocoa, but you have to let someone go and buy it for you.
Hey, see, they are not there to get it for you. That is
You can even go, but make sure that you look presentable.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You can go, but make sure you look presentable. Don't just be looking anyhow and then go and say, I'm buying porridge.
But Amelia knows me.
I can
You're
send,
buying chaps.
I can send someone.
You
I
can
can
send
send my
somebody.
You can wear jeans and
Jason, so I'll send it to go my book.
Don't worry, I'm going to buy for you. Me, Amelia knows me.
You can always buy whatever you want, but look presentable. That's it. So just don't go and then something that you don't have, you are just posting just because you want to buy pressure for people. Don't. If there's something I know about myself, you cannot buy pressure for me. I'm always living within my means. If you see me if you see me buy a 10K wig, it's my money. I didn't go and borrow it from somebody. Do you understand?
Yes.
So always live within your means. Do you understand? And look presentable. If you even want to go and buy your buffalo from the roadside, just make sure that you are presentable. Then you go and buy it. Then you go somewhere. That's it.
Kanta goes.
Why? You are whispering. Ask
Some
me.
of us, we can't even go to Kanta again.
Oh, of course, you cannot. Well, for me personally,
You go early.
for me, I would say that I have like a personal shopper. So if I see something that I like or I want, I'll just send it to her. Well, I want this thing, then I just send it and she goes to shop them for me. So you can do something like that. Or me, I can buy a 20 cedis outfit, but the way I'll rock it, trust me, you don't believe it's 20 cedis. Do you understand? So it all depends on how you rock whatever that you are buying. You don't have to break a bank to look presentable. Even if it's a 1 CD outfit, you know how to rock it. You do your hair nicely, your like makeup, and then you iron it nice, and then you wear it, and then you take your cute pictures or your cute videos, and then you post. That's it.
That's what it goes.
That's what the guys do the same. So, yeah. Please, some of you have not asked me questions. So, Martin, Tessie, Darling, Judah, Delky, Rose has, Joe has, and J. Chris. J. Chris, you haven't. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
She asked my own for
Which one did she ask for you? Which one?
how to handle yourself, the branding thing, and
Yeah. Okay. Come again. Come again. Your question.
it's like when I'm done here, you go out.
Please, can you speak up?
When you're done here and you go out, how you carry yourself, how to carry yourself, and what to do and what not to do.
Like I said, it all boils down to social media. And you know one thing that I've realized from my year, you know there are some memes, right? Me, I like to post memes a lot. And these fans, trust me, even if you post just dots, they'll put meanings into it. So when you live here, you have to be mindful of almost everything you post. It's not everything that you can post. Do you understand? Because they always want to put meanings into everything that you post. And like I said, it's know what to say and what not to say. Because if there is one thing, let me give you one little apple. Is it TV3? Big Mama will hear. Let me tell you. Let me just say it. If there is one thing about TV3, if you don't know how to shut it, see, they will throw you away like that. You have to, like I said earlier on, know what to say and what not to say. Because it's just like, you know, lawyers, when they call a lawyer to the bar, it's not about the fact that the person has passed his or his exam. So they just want to call people that they know they can keep secrets. Certain things you can keep to yourself. And they don't like to attach themselves to people who are problematic. If you're always, you know, issues around you, see, they'll just drop you like that. And I'm not sure any of you would want that. You would want that after the show. If there is an opportunity, they would call you to give you that opportunity. Do you understand? Yeah. So if you attach drama to your name, you know, unnecessary, I can give so many examples from my badge, from my year. Unnecessary things, coming on live, like, yo, it's not needed, like, it's not really that important. Trying to come on live to shade people, to mock other housemates. See, they will drop you. Like, drop that yam, they will drop you. And an opportunity will come that they know that this thing would have, you know, pushed you in this direction. But because of that attitude or character of yours, they wouldn't give it to you. They will call someone else and give it to the person. Or they'll just let the opportunity go like that. So you always have to know what to say and what not to say. It is really going to help you. I've been close to TV3 since 2020, since we shot at the Xtra, and I know what I'm seeing. I believe some of you here are close to them, so you know better. when you are problematic or there's drama always attached to your name. Trust me. And sometimes you feel like, I remember my year, people felt like they wouldn't need TV3 again after the show. But trust me, it's after the show that you even need them. After the show, that's when you need them. Because imagine, let's just say that after the show, you have an opportunity to even have a business. Do you understand? And you are doing your shop opening or anything like that. You would need some of them to be present. But if you don't accord them the respect that they need, you think they would come? They wouldn't come. And when you are free with most of them, sometimes they open up to you. Like, we are not doing this for this person because they are disrespectful, they are like this, they are like that, they are like that. Do you understand? So take it from me. I know what I'm saying. Just be humble. They'll give you free publicity. You see how they used to post me, right? People were angry. They're like, why does she have shares at TV? I don't have shares at TV3. I don't have. Do you understand? But they see me as someone that I'm always humbling myself. Do you understand? I'm always trying to humble myself. I'm always trying to be tolerant, to be respectful. So even things that even don't need to be posted, they'll post because it's grace. Do you understand?
Please. That means that if in case we had to go outside and we take our various phones and you had to see something that somebody said about you in the house that maybe you did not address in here, that means that for the sake of patience and for the sake of every other thing, you need to intentionally close your eyes on. Does that mean you need to intentionally close your eyes on? Or is there a need to, let's say, defend yourself? Because as you said, everyone here, I feel like, now has a fan base. I don't think there's any of us here that would not have a fan base. So what if this person's fan So what if, let's say, number A said this here, and you didn't know about it, and then maybe their fan base is carrying it out there like crazy about you, and then you go outside and then you see, and then that is not the type of person you are, or that did not happen. Must I keep quiet because I'm scared that maybe number A's fans will come at me, even if number A is wrong, or I'm just supposed to, for the sake of, let's say, the brand that you would want to preserve, just push it?
I remember when after our finale, I think 2 days or so after we went home, I cited one video whereby one other housemate from my year actually said some stuff about my mom that I remember, and I quote, that she doesn't have a father, and that her mom is always making her use other people as her dad. And then when I cited that video, I was really, really hurt. It really got to me because there are limits. You should know your limits. In a nutshell, you're trying to tell me that either my mom is a prostitute, or, because what do you mean by her mom doesn't? I have a father. We all have, there are some of us here that we don't have good relationships with some parents of ours, but that doesn't mean that this person doesn't have one. So I remember I was really angry that I took my phone. People were calling me, Queen, no, don't do. I was like, no, this is it. I remember addressing it, and I was so mad. Like, I was so mad. And I felt shy. Do you know why I felt shy? Because Auntie Perfy called me, and then I think someone sent a screen recording of the screen recording, and she was like, Grace, why? Auntie Perfy, no, you know, like, do you understand? And I felt really bad. After a few days, I was like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have addressed it. Let people think whatever they want to think. Like, let them say whatever they want to say. Everyone will always have an opinion. Do you understand? Because you wouldn't see the damage it will do to you when you come out to rant like that. But knowing myself and seeing how some of these posts and comments has changed me in a certain kind of way, I feel bad because I feel like that's not who I am. Do you understand? But sometimes when you cite some of these videos, it hurts so much that you want to address it because it's your integrity at stake. But if there is one thing that I've learned, it is not needed. Let them say whatever they want to say and keep living your truth. Do you understand? So when you come out and you cite a video where someone is saying something, just laugh over it. And if you feel that it is something you can't laugh over it, and you have ways of being in contact with the person, just call the person or something, but like, this thing you are saying, blah 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 blah, and then you just clear it. But for you to pick a phone to address that issue, just don't. Do you understand? Don't. I'm telling you, don't. If you have no more questions with me, I think I would like to wrap up everything and be on my way. So I wish you guys all the best. You are potential winners. Like a few days back, I remember I came live. I was like, for the fact that you got selected to be on the show, it's a big achievement. Do you understand? You don't necessarily have to win to make it out there. Whatever opportunity that TV3 is giving you, just use it to your advantage. Be humble, like I said. Even if you don't win, I know that if you are humble and you are someone they see that they can work with or they can push, when an opportunity comes, I know they'll definitely call you. So I wish you guys all the best. You guys are doing amazing. Ghanaians love you, the world loves you, and may the best couple win.
Thank you.
Eat chocolate. I can't eat chocolate. Because it's not chocolate, so I can eat it.
But if you have taken it,
Exciting.
Hey.
Yeah. Can I help you?
I'm
Perfect. I
don't eat chocolate. No,
Which
I
of them
don't
should I help
chocolate.
you? Hey!
I don't you know that too, but no, we are not the ones that shared it. We are not the ones. Everybody, that's why we
I was taking the last one. You said you were
30.
my chocolate was serious.
I'm putting yours in the fridge.
no, because we all took it here. We left it.
I was taking the pink one. She took it. So
I took it first.
Maybe I wasn't talking.
HOH.
Are you basically that's what I'm doing.
I know.
Your
HOH.
drink is here.
I get.
I heard you don't eat. You don't have to do this.
I also let you don't take Hollandia. You don't take drinks on Tuesday. He doesn't like yogurt. You don't like yogurt, eh? You can take this, I'll take this now. Choose one. This and this, choose one.
I'll take a little of this.
No, let me I'll take a little of this.